Hello and welcome back to YEVO Business Academy. I'm Lisa, and in this lecture we're going to take a journey through the history and transformation of human resource management. In the next few minutes, we'll explore how HRM evolved from a purely administrative function into a strategic, people-centered discipline that helps businesses thrive. We'll trace its development through the 20th and 21st centuries and discuss modern trends shaping the field today. Let's begin in the early 20th century. This period marked the birth of personnel management. At the time, the focus was mostly administrative. HR's responsibilities were limited to managing payroll, monitoring attendance, and ensuring legal compliance. Employees were seen more as labor inputs than individuals with potential. It was all about discipline and order. There was little consideration for motivation, engagement, or strategic alignment. Things began to change in the 1930s with the human relations movement. This shift was driven largely by the Hawthorne studies, led by Elton Mayo. Researchers discovered that employees are not just influenced by pay or working conditions, but also by social factors like recognition, communication, and a sense of belonging. This was a turning point. HR began to understand that people are emotional, relational beings, and that their performance is shaped by motivation and morale, not just money or rules. By the 1980s, HR was no longer just about paperwork. This era saw the rise of human resource management as a strategic function. HR departments expanded their scope to include training and development, performance management, organizational culture, and employee relations. One of the most influential ideas came from the Harvard Model of HRM developed by Beer and colleagues in 1984. It emphasized the importance of aligning HR policies with business strategy and introduced a more comprehensive and people-centered view of the HR function. This brings us to Strategic Human Resource Management, or SHRM. SHRM is all about integration. It ensures that HR policies and practices are directly aligned with organizational goals. That means HR isn't working in isolation. It's helping the business move forward. In Strategic HRM, we see practices like succession planning, leadership development, and employee engagement programs, all designed to create long-term value and a sustainable competitive advantage. HR becomes a business partner, not just a support role. Today, HRM is more dynamic than ever. Several major trends are transforming the field. AI and automation are changing how we recruit, onboard, and manage talent. Remote and hybrid work models are pushing HR to be more flexible and tech-savvy. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI, is now a priority in many organizations. Green HRM is emerging, which integrates environmental values into HR practices. And there's growing attention on employee experience, or how people feel across their entire journey at work. HR today is fast, digital, human-centric, and purpose-driven. To wrap up, let's review what we've learned. HRM started as personnel administration, focused on control and compliance. It evolved through the human relations movement, which emphasized motivation and well-being. In the 1980s and 90s, it became strategic, aligning with business goals. And today, it's a forward-thinking function shaped by technology, diversity, and sustainability. In our next lecture, we'll dive into functions of HRM. If you're enjoying this course, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and keep learning with us here at YEVO Business Academy. See you in the next lesson.